Vishnu, the god of preservation and light, is the part of the Trimurti, the holy trinity of Hinduism, along with Lord Brahma, the god of creation and knowledge, and Lord Shiva, the god of destruction and transformation. Lord Vishnu has taken a lot of avatars or incarnations on earth, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot, like 24. Whenever evil runs rampant, Vishnu appears in this mortal realm to save humans. Perhaps this verse from the Bhagavad Gita can explain the reason why Vishnu has so many incarnations.
Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Whenever dharma declines on the sacred land and chaos reigns above order, in order to save the wise sages, to destroy the rogue, and to re-establish the moral code, I, here Vishnu, shall take an avatar in every age and era. So today we are going to discuss the first avatar of Vishnu, the Matsya avatar, who appeared to rescue the progenitor of humanity, Manu, during the Great Deluge. So let's start, because Manu needs to be informed about the end of the world. Matsya is the first avatar of Lord Vishnu. It is basically a human fish that depicts the starting of life from the water. Matsya is generally represented with 4 hands, one holding the conch shell, one holding the Sudarshan Chakra, one in the pose of conferring a boon, Varada Mudra, and one in the protection affording pose, Abhay Mudra. According to the canons of the scriptures, the half man should be shown as wearing all the ornaments usually associated with Vishnu. But who exactly is Manu? Manu is actually a title bestowed upon those who become the progenitor of a human civilization after the destruction of their own civilization in an apocalyptic flood that is known as the Great Deluge. The Great Deluge happens after every 4 yugs or epochs, and then the cycle is repeated again. This is a part of the Hindu cosmology. There have been a lot of Manus, but today we are discussing the most recent progenitor, that is the 7th Manu. Now let's start with the story of the Matsya avatar, the Great Deluge. On the top of an isolated peak in the Malay range used to meditate a learned sage, today known as the 7th Manu. Manu is basically a term which means the first human. All humans are today known as the children of Manu. The real name of the sage was Satyavrat, the son of Surya, the sun god. This sage was actually the retired king of the elder Dravid civilization. Dravid literally means peninsula, referring to the fact that this civilization was located in South India, which is a peninsula. The king had renounced his kingdom as he was tired of his evil and chaotic subjects. Even he, the most pious son of the god of sun, could not cure them and prevail order in the kingdom, though his renunciation resulted in nothing but chaos as the foolish people of Dravid fought for the throne. One day, when Satyavrat was paying his respects to his father at sunrise by doing the Surya Namaskar in a river, he realized that he was thirsty and decided to drink water from the river. While taking the water in his hands in order to drink it, he saw that he had mistakenly picked a little fish with the water. He started talking to the little fish and said that he would release it into the water again. The fish pleaded him not to do so, as other big fish in the water would eat it up. So Satyavrat took the fish in his kamandal or pitcher and went away. 24 hours later, he saw that the little fish has grown to the complete size of the container. The fish pleaded to put it in a larger water body. So Satyavrat put the fish in a big earthen pot. In 3 hours, the fish seemed to have grown bigger than the pot itself. So he flushed the water of the pot along with the fish in a huge river. He was totally amazed to see after 2 days that the fish now seemed like a sea monster. He had never seen such a big and fast growing fish. He then put the fish in the sea. A realization struck him and he realized that the fish was Narayan, the preserver, Lord Vishnu himself. He went near the fish and pleaded it to show his real form. The fish transformed into a fish come human of an enormous size. Satyavrat bowed in front of Lord Vishnu with great amazement and respect. Lord Vishnu knew about sage's curiosity to know the reason of his visit, and he straight away told him the whole story. When Lord Vishnu is meditating on the Kshir Sagar, the ocean of milk, the world is at peace and is running without any problems. But if Lord Vishnu opens his eyes, the world would come to an end. So once while meditating, earwax from Vishnu's ear fell into the ocean. This earwax transformed into an egg which flowed away. When the egg burst, the son of Vishnu, Madhu and Ketab were born. Lord Vishnu did not have a clue about it, and his eyes were gladly not opened. When Madhu and Ketab reached a teenage, they were playing near a river and they saw that a very old sage had his eyes closed and he had a book in his hands. The 2 young boys, just out of curiosity and for the sake of fun, decided to steal the book and see what the old man would do. What harm ever came from stealing a book? They must have thought. They were horribly, terrifyingly wrong. They silently took the book and ran away. When the old man opened his eyes, he was horrified as he knew that the world was on the brink of existence. As the old man was Lord Brahma and the book in his hands were actually the Vedas. The Vedas were stolen, which simply meant Pralay, the Sanskrit for Armageddon. It turns out a lot of harm can come from stealing a book, especially that book. All the gods ran to Vishnu seeking for help, aware and afraid of what the earwax twins had done. His sons had innocently, unknowingly, just for fun, had brought the world to destruction. When Lord Vishnu opened his eyes, Lord Shiva started the Tandav, the terrible dance of destruction, because he is the god of destruction and dance. Now let's see what's going on. The Vedas stolen, Lord Vishnu's eyes open, Lord Shiva dancing to the end of the world. Great, let's end the world. When Lord Vishnu realized what his sons had done, he immediately took out to resolve it. But the destruction, the deluge could not be stopped now. The gods had to find a way. But all of this took millions of years. As what's an hour for the gods, that's at least an year for us mortals. For example, in Satyalok, the realm of Brahma, time is completely different, even from the abode of gods, Mount Meru. 1 second in Satyalok is equal to 277 years in Mount Meru, and roughly 100,000 human years. So this means that Madhu and Ketab had spent millions of years stealing the Vedas from Brahma. Lord Vishnu cannot go anywhere in his ultimate form, so he took an avatar known as Hagriv, the horse-faced god. According to some versions of the story, Hagriv is a demon who steals the Vedas and is killed by Matsya avatar. But only Lord Vishnu knows the truth. As Hagriv, Lord Vishnu approached his sons and instantly killed them with the Sudarshan Chakra, which by the way has 108 blades rotating at the speed of light, so you should stay away from it. Their bodies dissolved into 2 into 6 pieces, which became the 12 tectonic plates of the earth, where they still remain alive, considering they are immortal. You have your own perks when you are a son of Vishnu. So Vishnu teleported to Satyalok and returned the Vedas to Lord Brahma, who resumed his meditating after thanking Vishnu instantly. Satyavrat listened to the story with full concentration. He knew that the end of the Chaturyug had arrived. Every 4.53 billion years, the earth would complete a Kalp, which is 1,000 Chaturyug. A Chaturyug or a Mahayug is basically one complete cycle of the 4 yugs, and all of this is just a day for Brahma. A pleasant day of seeing the world's destruction 1,000 times. This is because there is a great deluge after every Chaturyug, which means that yes, gods love to destroy us as much as they loved creating us. Lord Vishnu told him that 7 days from that day there will be a pralay and everything would end. He instructed Satyavrat to make an ark, bring the 7 great sages of that age, that is Atri, Kashyap, Bhardwaj, Gautam, Angira, Vasisht and Agatse. Pair of all animals, his own wife, a lot of seeds of different kinds of trees and plants, and especially the Snake King, Lord Vasuki. Then he disappeared. Satyavrat realized everything. He now knew that he was a major part of the cycle of life, the 7th Manu, the preserver of mankind. 7 days later, he was ready with everything the god had told him to do. All of them settled in the ark and the deluge started. The sky was covered with thundering clouds. It literally rained cats and dogs. The rivers flooded the nearby area. But this was just for starters. The big meal was yet to arrive. Suddenly, a huge wave rose from the sea. It was like a tsunami that was big enough to cover the whole earth. Then suddenly, a big fish, bigger than anything on the planet, arrived. It was Lord Vishnu. He instructed Satyavrat to tie Vasuki, the Snake King, to the horn of the fish. He did as instructed, and Lord Vishnu carried them all the way to the northern part of the subcontinent. All of them now had to conceive and populate the world. The animal and the plant kingdom had to be restored. The earth was saved, sort of, and everything was just fine. At least for now. This is why Lord Vishnu took the Matsya avatar, in order to save life and the earth. This signifies that even if everything seems lost and their life is sunk, God will come and pull your ark in the most difficult of times. The Vaivasvat Manu, as Satyavrat would later be known, had completed his role. He would now have 10 children with his wife Shatrupa, namely Ikshvaku, Nabhag, Drishta, Saryati, Narisyant, Dishta, Tarush, Prasadhra and Vasuman. The 7th Manu, and hopefully not the last, was now the carrier of the flame of civilization. Those who made it to the end of the video, then congratulations! You just tolerated an entire saga of a divine fish saving the world. Those who don't know, we are making a series in which we will cover all the major avatars of Vishnu. This is the first installment in that series. The second video will be on Kurma avatar, the large turtle. So if you want to see that video, of course, who does not like turtles? They are so cute, unlike me. Anyway, if you want to watch that video, make sure to subscribe our channel down below. Also, if you thought that this video was informative, then share it to as many people as possible. And if you appreciate our effort, then click the like button.